Am I the asshole for leaving my husband after he secretly took a picture of my postpartum body and sent it to his side chick?
Just now, see over that title again.
Hey y'all, hey, welcome back. Welcome back, welcome back.
What's up, guys? What's popping?
Yeah. Guys, this week we did something interesting over the weekend with full-time podcast.
I have the battle scars to show for it.
The what?
The battle scars.
Oh, yeah.
Battle scars with sandflies.
Yeah.
It's...
But it was fun. It was fun.
I like doing things out of my element, out of the ordinary. You know, you're accustomed doing the typical going out, liming, eating, drinking, restaurants. You know, the typical. But we actually went and did axe throwing, knife throwing, and archery.
At the Arboretum. I pronouncing it right?
Yeah, I think so.
It's actually a place that we seen on social media for a little while now. And did I mention I wanted to go there to you or to Neil?
And probably Tennille, because
Oh.
I don't remember you telling me about that. But I did see that. So there was like a kind of pool area.
Yeah.
Not the one we went in.
No.
But I saw it on somebody else's profile and I was like, oh my God, this look real pretty. I always wanted to go there and experience it. So it was...
I think this girl did her maternity shoot there. If is it voice, baby mama or girlfriend or the mother of a child? What's her name again? You know who I'm talking about?
I know you're talking about. I have no idea, but her
Her
name
name
is
is
off the bat. Like when I see her or hear her name, I probably would know, but I don't know her name like that.
She is not a oh gosh.
She is a
Yeah, one of those.
Bavel.
But
I don't remember. I don't know her face name.
Yeah. She make that
Like,
baby
I'm trying
and
to
that
figure-
belly was like
Yeah, she snatched. That's the power of exercising before and after.
facts.
Yeah, I didn't do that.
Her snapback was instant.
Regret it.
Well, it looked instant from social media to us.
It was definitely instant. I feel as though, like, as soon as she popped that baby out, she was in carnival way one time.
One time, yeah.
Yeah, she looks good.
Yeah, she did. But I had a real fun throwing the knives, throwing the axes. Although I didn't make it. Actually, when we finished there and we were going to archery, the these first set of groups, I actually hit the target with the axe only once, but I enjoyed doing that. I enjoyed the knife throwing. It wasn't something that I thought that I would have enjoyed that much.
Yeah.
It was definitely a fun experience, and we are grateful that you all invited us. We had a ball.
Yeah.
We did. Yo, so I got my phone.
Welcome.
And I bought it off of Back Market. I think I told them that last week.
That you were going to get it from it?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think you did.
And after watching all the reviews from Back Market and stuff, I am happy that I chose the route I did, knowing that I wanted to get an upgraded phone later down the year. Happy that I took a refurbished phone and I went through Back Market. Number one, I liked the site. It was very user friendly. Sometimes sites that is a sometimes that's a turn off for me when a site is very hard for you to like know what going on. It wasn't. I was very easy going. It was very easy to understand everything. You was able to like choose which level of what do you call it, like how exactly you want the phone, how you don't mind having a refurbished phone, the level of quality that you was getting. This phone in particular, I got it at 85% and it was in excellent condition, so not too bad, to be honest. Charging it so far, I probably charge my phone once a day now. Yeah.
Lucky you. But then again, I have this bad habit of not fully charging my phone. ever. Because I'm always getting calls, I'm always getting a message. So I'm always like, because it's like in the cord, I want to unplug it. So yeah. Yeah.
And
The only
that,
time my phone is mostly fully charged is when I now wake up sometimes. Sometimes, depending on what I'm doing right before I sleep. So guilty. Guilty.
I'm trying to keep the battery health.
Guilty of damaging my battery.
I think coming down to the end, I wasn't good at charging my phone fully. Well, how I am used to.
And then also charging your phone and using it too. That's another
At the
thing.
same time while it's on the
Yeah,
hook.
so even though it's a fast charger, it's
You're
still
putting pressure on the battery.
Yeah.
I think because the 11 that I have it right here. It's still functional and I could actually go and get the screen changed. Like when this phone charging, sometimes I still pick up my 11 and use it to scroll or something. The only thing is if I leave this charging and I have this in my hand, I might miss a call because this is now the primary phone. This phone don't have a SIM card unless they call my FaceTime or something. I will get through, but you'll get through, but
Welcome.
yeah. But it's so far it's nice over here. I actually right before filming I recorded 2 videos on it and I like the quality. I understand the hype about cinematic because as I said I came from an 11. We didn't have that feature.
I don't think I have that feature.
Cinematic?
Yeah.
You do.
Oh shit, yo.
You do.
So clearly
Let
I
me
don't be
see.
using my camera properly.
In the video.
Oh, there.
Yeah, you have cinematic.
So I don't think I ever. Let me clean my camera. Okay, so explain the difference of using the video and using the cinematic.
Cinematic has a blurred background.
Oh, that.
Yeah.
That's what does that.
Yeah. But then
Okay.
you could adjust now
How blue you want it.
And again, I didn't have that feature, so it was a big jump for me. So I enjoyed that aspect, and I don't even like the ultra blurry effect in the back. I find it looks so unnatural. So probably a little, for me, that's my preference. I brought it down to not much, like more. It's not too bad. Like you could still see what's in the back, but I am the subject in the video.
Guys, I'm sorry. I'm scratching my battle scars. Bear with me. You'll see me occasionally reaching for it.
I don't know why it gets like that. Well, it's so red now. Because I feel like the redness was smaller.
It's since, what do you call it? We went there, how much days now?
Saturday.
Yeah.
Today is Tuesday.
Right. That's too much time. Too much time.
I think you need to go by my favorite pharmacist.
I got bitten by sandfly, guys. So today my mother was like, you don't have malaria going around. So watch me now. Malaria symptoms. I was like, oh, I don't have that shit. I don't have that.
I think probably you could go by that pharmacist and she'll probably give you a tablet.
I studied if I need a Puritan, you know.
Because next thing you're allergic to it.
Yeah, but so...
The only good thing is that it's not raised.
It was. The first 2 days was raised. And it was hurting. Like when I pressed it, it was scratching, hurting. I have one here too. But this one, like, it stopped itching. So it going away, it get flat and now it just red. Yeah. Next time, you'll see me, like, clothed, like
Completely up.
yeah. And I'll be spraying on myself.
Yeah, definitely need like
Every
which is
hour.
off.
Yeah, every hour, like sunscreen.
True. But I only got one. Yeah. And I saw that when yesterday.
God.
I guess that's the only downside, which is not necessarily a huge downside because it's outside.
Yeah, basically that listen, I did not prepare myself properly. So next time, that's the only thing. Walk with your
off and stuff.
I didn't think about that.
But it was a fun experience. Definitely will do it again.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, want to do paintball.
Yeah. Oh God, that's the next thing that's gonna mark my skin.
Because you're gonna hit.
Somebody
Get hit
asked.
hard. That's
Yeah.
hit hard.
Yeah. I'm gonna be that one. I definitely gonna have battle scars. Not if I don't get caught. And if my aim is good.
But Hannah, I wanted to ask you if you know what is decidual cast? A decidual cast? You know what's that?
No. In what context? Like,
oh, sorry. Women's talk here, period talk. That's what we're talking about.
What? Well, then I definitely don't know what that is.
So, I was scrolling on TikTok and this girl was giving us story time and
the word?
I wonder if I'm pronouncing it correctly. Decidual cast. Decidual cast. Decidual
I don't know what
cast.
that is.
Decidual. Let's see if it pronounces.
What is that?
Let's see. Is it saying it?
Decidual.
Decidual class. Decidual cast.
No, I have no idea what that is.
So, we talk a lot about sometimes clot passing so big, and even as the clot pass, the pain definitely goes away one time, right?
Okay.
But that clot does be so big, it does be bothering if you have a miscarriage, and you know you didn't have no miscarriage.
Right.
That's a decidual cast.
Oh, so other people go through this horrible experience, but
Not yet.
not anymore.
Not anymore, yeah. The pain goes away instantly. So I searched what the clinical explanation for it is. Also, it's also known as a membranous. That's how to pronounce it, I guess. It's also known as the membranous dysmenorrhea, the rare expulsion of the entire intact uterine lining as a single large piece during menstruation, resembling the shape of the uterine cavity. Now,
Oh, wow. You learn something every day.
Every day. Like, I feel as though we learn about so much things and still nothing.
Never knew that.
Because there's so much that women need to know about their periods. Like, and we can't even blame our mothers because they didn't even know.
Yeah. And I think if they didn't have the same, well, they didn't have the, in my instance, my mother didn't have the same experience. Like, she's like, pain? What's that? Pain for period? Like,
my mother too.
Yeah, it's like, she never went through that, so, yeah, they can't relate.
They cannot relate, no.
Mm-hmm.
And then some of them, the length of time is not even the same experience too.
Mm-hmm.
Is not even the same experience. But I was shocked when I was like, what?
Yeah. So we said previously that we don't get pain, and that's because I don't know if for you change your diet, and like for me, I think exercising helps mine a lot. So if you're wondering why we don't have pain anymore,
that's it. That is it. Because exercising helped with mine last year when I was in the gym, but I didn't fix my diet. But now, with the exercising alone, I was getting it regularly. And then when I changed diet, that's when the pain went. Like last month, I had no pain. I actually forgot this month and all. I forgot that I was on my period.
Yeah. Fun time. Now I'm like, oh, this is what y'all were talking about.
This is
must be nice. Yeah, basically.
We like it. We hope to stay here for a while, forever. Yeah. and I'm no longer doubling up like
Yeah.
a big pampers. No, one singular pad is enough.
Yeah. But don't be like the girl who wore the pad for the entire period.
She's just freaking disgusting. Like, are you okay? Anywho, are we moving into Reddit Saga now?
Yes.
Okay. You go in first?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm really asshole for calling my ex-wife's new boyfriend names in front of my kids. All right.
Ex-wife's new boyfriend's name
Yeah.
in front of the kids?
Yeah.
Okay.
So he's 46-year-old male, right?
Mm-hmm.
I'll make a long story short. My ex-wife, 40-year-old female, left me 2 years ago for our next-door neighbor. After I found out they were having an affair for about a year. We have 2 kids together, 5 and 8. Unfortunately, the judge gave us split custody. Though, if I had my way, she and her new boyfriend would never come near my kids again after what they did. I wish they didn't have to grow up thinking this kind of behavior is acceptable. Anyways, it's been a long, painful process. I'm at my wits' end with this divorce. I'm trying to be there. I'm trying to be the mature adult here, but every once in a while I'll have a slip up and call her new boyfriend obscene names when referring to him, sometimes maybe when the kids are within earshot. I know it's not the most mature thing to do, but I can't see why I need to be respectful towards the man who stole my wife and broke up our family. The other day, my wife left me a long voicemail telling me how unacceptable it is to call this guy names in front of our kids. My guess is that one of them repeated an insult to her.
Oh, not that she does. I thought when you read the caption that he called his name, but like he called him out of his name.
Yeah.
Okay.
Right? Our friend wrote to me backing up my wife, claiming that I was being unfair to my kids. Out of this entire story, how the hell am I the one being the immature and unfair? I know I am not perfect, but acting like I'm the monster in this situation seems excessive. Am I the asshole? So, I feel you need therapy. Because
That's
unfortunately, this is how the situation turned out and it crumbled. And at the end of the day, your wife was the one who stepped out, right? Yeah, it was disrespectful and whatnot, but she stepped out. Yeah, it's similar to like when women, men cheat and then they want to fight the man, they want to fight the woman.
The woman
right?
wants to fight the next woman.
Yeah, right.
Because that person wasn't committed to you.
Exactly. They owed you absolutely nothing. So calling him names makes no sense. It's not going to bring back your wife. It's not going to change the situation. But I understand the slip ups.
It depends because at the end of the day, that was his neighbor. So you don't know what kind of relationship
He didn't say it was his friend. He just said it was his neighbor. I feel as though if it was something more, he would have said something more than the neighbor. You think they'll be friends?
No, I don't think they'll be friends. I don't know if they'll be friends. Although sometimes I catch a lot of men calling any fly-by-night a friend. But if he was accustomed, like, passing him and saying good morning, good evening, if he passed him and he asked him for, like, the hose, I just give an example, random shit in the yard, like the hose or something, he lend him that or something, like that in neighbor. If he probably leave the gate
he still don't
open,
owe him anything.
He does not owe him anything. He doesn't. But I don't know. You probably will feel you're feeling stupid. You know, like yes, when you get home, usually you will feel like and at least the person that you get home with, you'll feel blindsided. At least the person usually not in all cases, sometimes it's somebody you don't even know, you never see this person before, you never interacted with this person before, but there's somebody he interacted with in close shot. So it's like,
you feeling where's the respect?
yeah, like,
but at the same time
he
you
does
can't
not owe him anything.
And then the children ages of 5 and 8 now,
I feel he doing that on purpose though.
Exactly, you're trying to paint a picture of the guy, one, and your children so young, they're not really fully aware.
They're very impressionable.
Yeah,
right
they
now,
don't.
so.
Yeah, they're not fully aware of what exactly happened. They just know that we were at home with Daddy, and now we by Uncle Terry. You know,
Uncle Terry, who was once the neighbor.
Exactly. So, you know,
like, and I feel
he want the kids to hate them.
Yeah, but this woman, she put these children in such a predicament. Like, oh my.
Yeah. Now, granted, we have one side story. I never like to judge fully from one side, but we have one side story. We don't know what is the reason she actually.
There's no reason to cheat.
No reason to cheat. But to actually pick up yourself and leave and go with the man, that's. You didn't even say, okay,
What's her reason for walking
I
away?
cheated, and now, oh shit, I got catch. Let me try to work on my marriage. You actually pick up yourself and you go on with your children. By Uncle Terry.
Well, who's to know? Next thing the man, he's somebody who don't accept coming back. The husband accept coming back after he cheats.
True.
The option is not hers.
Because how are you going to come back from that? I don't think that's a coming back, especially being so close. Oh Lord Jesus, I wonder if they're still living next door.
That would be ludicrous. What?
Are they still living next door? Because damn. Now, not only that it's in your feet, well, you have to be hearing your children talking about Uncle Terry. We give him Uncle Terry as his name.
Yeah.
But you now have to be seeing them on a daily basis.
Yeah. They were seeing them on a daily basis. They just didn't have knowledge of the history.
And he was hoping that from what he said, I feel as though he was hoping for full custody of the children rather than they split custody.
And the full custody would have been...
Unfortunately, courts are very biased to mothers.
That is true.
So they tend to sway unless the mother is downright neglecting the kids or harming them in any form or fashion. Yeah, so I guess they didn't see anything, infidelity is not a harm towards the kids. I think that, God forbid that they're still living together. I feel as though he needs to take himself away from that there, because you can't fully heal
while
if you're
right
seeing it.
face,
yeah, it's like you're rubbing salt in your wounds. So, Lord Father, what are you going to do? You can't move. I'm feeling sorry for him now. That's if they're living right next door. And she would be so dirty if she do that.
That's it. Well, we already know how dirty she is, so anything could pass with her right now, so. It is an unfortunate situation. I wish it on no one. If he's the asshole, I think you're the asshole. Me personally, I think you're the asshole for creating a further hostile environment for the children, because unfortunately this is the reality and you're already going through divorce. So what is the sense of putting the children further mental strain with choosing a side? Because that's basically what they will be forced to do, choose a side, when this person is going to be in their lives clearly at this point, because mom's living with the man, and they have to deal with it. I think obviously this is not his fault, but this is his reality, and they have to go there at some point, and they're still a child, and they'll still have to learn child's place, unless this man is harming them or causing, being disrespectful towards your children, I think they should still learn to be respectful to that man, because clearly he's going to be in their life as an adult, as a bonus parent. It's not something you want to hear, but that's just the harsh reality.
Get therapy. It will help.
Am I the asshole for walking out of my own birthday dinner after my fiance's little surprise? So last night was my 20th birthday. My fiance Brian planned this surprise dinner at a really nice restaurant with my friends and some of my family. I am not huge on big attention, but I thought, okay, maybe he's doing something thoughtful for once. Dinner's going fine, food's good, I'm chilling, and then right before dinner, Brian stands up and starts doing this whole speech about how proud he is of me and how he got me a gift that'll change my life. Then he says he paid off my student loans. At first, I was in shock. I actually teared up, everyone clapped, my mom was crying. I was about to stand up and hug him, then he adds that he only paid off half of it and that the other half is on me because he wants me to learn how to be financially responsible and not rely on other people to fix my problems. Like what? He basically turned my birthday into a public lecture. People were laughing like it was some cute life lesson. My cousin was like, damn, that's tough love. I just sat there frozen, then I stood up, took my purse, and walked right out.
Yeah.
He came running after me like, what's wrong? He was trying to be helpful, and he didn't mean to upset me. I told him he embarrassed me, used my debt to make a point in front of everyone, and I wasn't in the mood to be someone's teachable moment. Now a few people are saying I overreacted, and he meant well. If you want to help, just help. Don't use it to humiliate me in front of 20 people. Am I the asshole?
You are not the
Nope.
asshole, sis. I'll be walking with you.
Yeah. I don't think you're the asshole. If he really cared and loved you, he would have never chose that time, number one, to tell you about how he really feels about that. Like, if you have a problem with how you treat with finances, if he really loved you, number one, he will not choose telling you that on your birthday, dealing with that issue on your birthday.
Correct is right.
And number two, on top of, even if he wanted to tell you about it on your birthday and tell you what the next half is for, it would have never been with that audience. It was more like, to me, I honestly feel as though like that was a red flag. Personally, I'm not saying that you should be like, oh, I'll leave him. I think you should check yourself and see like if he has ever did this before in probably a smaller scale, or just check yourself, because sometimes you probably brushed off a moment because you put it as it didn't seem a big of a deal. But I honestly don't believe that humiliating your fiance, somebody that you love, for free is a sign of love. Like, even if you do have an issue, and that is a fact in terms of with finances, he could have chosen to have that conversation with you the day after your birthday and explain and be like, whatever is the case. It should have never been on that big scale in front of 20 people. 20 people is like 1,000 people. It's like 1,000 men. For that kind of sensitive topic for all your business to be on the road, like, your partner should never be the one to do that.
Yeah.
He's like he's your biggest hater.
I agree. Like, for me, it's giving narcissist. I don't like to label people, but it's giving narcissist because I feel as though the intention was to humiliate.
From the jump.
Yeah. Honestly, like when you said he got up, I thought she was going to say he proposed and she fine. Like, she's not that type of person who like those kind of gestures in front of. It have people who don't like those gestures in front of people, but like I thought that's where it was headed. I didn't know he was going to talk about paying off the loan. And when he said that, I was like, this is not your time to shine. Even
Exactly.
announce it. Even if he had paid the whole thing,
That's not his time.
what he was trying to obtain, the fact that you did something, it seemed like he wanted the attention on himself. Right? I think time and place, I love criticism. I love constructive criticism because we are not perfect, and sometimes somebody sees something in us that, that we could adjust or to do better and whatever, and maybe he's better at finances than she is. But like you said, time and place, you know, girl, it is a red flag, and I honestly would have supported you by walking out. For those who laughed,
They
you have
are
to check them too,
exactly.
because I find they and all should have realized like that was disrespectful, and obviously you would have been embarrassed and hurt by it. So, yeah. What is he running behind her to tell her? Something
You
about-
said it. You called it narcissistic.
Ridiculous.
Absolutely ridiculous. Some people are weird.
Very much so. Okay. Am I the asshole for not letting my sister move in after she cheated on my best friend? My sister, 22-year-old female, was engaged to my best friend, 24-year-old male. They've been together for 4 years, and I was actually the one who introduced them. Last week, he caught her cheating. It destroyed him completely, and he kicked her out of their apartment immediately. Now she's homeless and asks to crash at my place until she figures things out. I told her no. She broke my best friend's heart, betrayed his trust, and honestly, I just don't want her around right now. My parents and family are furious with me, saying family should always come first no matter what mistake she made. I am getting bombarded with angry messages calling me cold and selfish for choosing my friend over my own sister. I'm torn. On one hand, she's family. On the other hand, she really hurt someone who means the world to me. Am I the asshole for letting her stay with me? Not for not letting her stay with me.
I think you are.
Serious? I think she's not.
Is it a woman?
Yeah. Oh, then again, I don't know. It's probably his. Oh, I didn't even think about that. I thought it was a woman who was telling the story, but it could be a guy. It could be a guy.
I think he is. If it is a guy,
I do not think that he is the asshole.
okay. We have the front views on this. So you tell me why yours, or you want me to tell you why first?
Go ahead.
Me? Okay, so
Because I'm looking to see if
if it's a male or female.
Yeah.
To be honest, it wouldn't have mattered, to be honest. I think even if it was a female, I would have said, yes, you're the asshole. Number one, that's still your sister at the end of the day. Nobody's saying that what your sister did wasn't wrong, because it was wrong. You should be able to still love them and still hold them accountable. But by having them out on the street, I don't think that's the right option, just because you find that they disrespected your friend. Because at the end of the day, if your friend was the person who was cheating on somebody else, you wasn't going to tell your friend, no, they can't spend the night by you. It wasn't going to do that. Now, granted, that is your place. You paying the bills there. You could say who you want to live by you, who we want to crash by you. That's your prerogative. But I still think that is your sister, and her being out on the streets because she don't have a place to lay her head. The only other question I have is why she didn't go by her parents. That's the only other question, unless the parents don't live in the same state. Now, me saying that is not because I agree with what she did. I absolutely disagree with what she did. But I still think that telling her she cannot stay by you until she get back on her foot is too harsh. It is too harsh. You could have let her come and tell her she have to pay her way. And yeah, she not living here for free. That's my reason.
So they've been together for 4 years, and well, granted, she's 22, right? And I feel as though
She's young.
she is young, right? She probably, still trying to figure out life or whatever, right? But you're living with this person at 22, right? So therefore, you are in somewhat of a committed relationship, and you made a choice to cheat. You need to stand the consequences. Her brother is not there to be her little blanket underneath her, and if she have nowhere to go and she is homeless, she could go by her parents. Because if you're really homeless, that's your option. Your parents, your friends, you must have a cousin, you must have a granny or somebody. Go by somebody. Why you have to go by the brother who is the best friend to the man you cheated on, who you was together with 4 years? I support his decision of not letting her come. Now maybe he may forgive her in the future, but in this immediate moment, nah. I agree with it. I wouldn't open my doors. Sorry. You make that choice, you lie in it.
Oh, true.
You know what you was doing. It wasn't like, oops, my clothes come off and I sleep with you.
No, a cheat is never a mistake. No, as I say, I'm not saying that she was right. She was never right for cheating. She was never right for cheating.
Yeah. Yeah, no. And then you also make a comment about if it was his partner who cheated, he would still take his partner in because, again, it's his place and he don't owe the person who he cheated with any loyalty. He probably don't know who that person, but you'll take in your friend. You would take in your friend. Right? So I don't feel he have the choice. If he don't want her there, he don't want her there.
That's what I'm saying. So you'll take your friend over your sister.
Correct.
I'm not saying not to correct her, but I still think he could have. At least on a time frame or something.
Say you're here a week, but you have to go. Leave her homeless. Shit. Go find somewhere to say. Why you don't go by the man you was by? The man you was cheating with, go by and stay by him. Go by him. Go by him. You make a choice, go by him. Go. Shit.
Yikes. Last one up on the chopping block. Am I the asshole for leaving my husband after he secretly took a picture of my postpartum body and sent it to his side chick?
Just now, say over that title again.
Am I the asshole for leaving my husband after he secretly took a picture of my postpartum body and
I just
sent
making
it
sure
to
she
his
left.
side chick?
I just making sure that part was there. Okay, continue. Continue.
I recently left my husband and some people are saying silence the noise. That is what I have to say. That is noise, just silence it. Just silence it. Because how the fuck? After giving birth to a child, my body changed and I have stretch marks and loose skin, which I've been trying to clear it off my skin. My husband took a nude photo of me unknowingly to me and sent it to the woman he was cheating with. She ended up having an issue with him and is now threatening to leak the photo. That's how I found out about it all. I feel completely betrayed and violated. This was a private moment and I never consented to being photographed, let alone shared.
Right.
I left him, but his noise. Silence the noise. His family says I'm being dramatic over just a picture. Am I the asshole? No.
Just a picture, huh?
A picture that is being threatened to be leaked.
Interesting. Yeah, I like that you laughed.
What?
Because if the family could be telling you this, clearly something wrong with all of them. Something wrong with their genes, their blood, their brain, every single thing. Something just wrong. Because as a mother, when you now make a child, you are unless you're the Bovel girl. Unless you're looking like that, you're going to feel some sort of insecurity. And then to send a picture like that to
And on top of it, send it a side chick.
Side chick. So clearly you were talking about her body because you probably was disgusted by her body.
After you place a child in there.
Yeah.
Probably after asking her for years.
Yeah. And then now you expect her to be okay with it, and the family members, that situation is not for you, sis. Keep it moving. Now, let us address the fact that the woman wants to leak the photo. This is not a photo of the man penis. This is another woman. Like, women out here have no girl code. Like, you're done with the man, and now you want to leak the photo because you upset with him.
Women are women's worst enemies in a lot of cases. This is a clear example of it, and it's highly disgusting. Like, you're not even threatening to out the man for cheating on his wife. You outing his wife personal. First of all, that's a crime. And honestly, with her leaving, I would have filed charges on both of them.
Yeah.
And then file a restraining order on his family.
Agreed. Get full custody of that child and keep it moving.
Because y'all are unhealthy. How disgusting.
Sorry, she have to go through that because you're done feeling violated, and then now the possibility of it being released is...
You've triple violated. You're betrayed by the trust of your husband. You're betrayed by another woman. You're betrayed by his family. You're just betrayed. There's a triple homicide. No. You're not the asshole. And silence the noise.
Yeah, keep it moving. Keep it moving.
Right?
Yeah.
This week was a short week. As y'all know, we are on our fitness journey, so we are going to the gym now. Okay? Love y'all. Bye.
Bye.